up? Welcome back. It's a Wednesday night and it's time for a bit of mixing chat and general gossip and see what everybody's doing. So, it's now mixing. You know, right? I forgot what I was going to say. I got halfway through doing a bobo, got halfway through and stopped just totally what I was going to say. Anyway, it's mixing with Benny and friends. We have got friends and we've got, as always, Kentucky Bill, Net Reality Graham, Bobo the Vapor, and we've got our special guest, and I think he's muted. You muted himself.
He's muted.
There you go. Yeah. We've got Liam, which is Sherlock Holmes, or Sherlock, and he's our special guest. So we'll go around, we'll just see how everybody is, and we'll see what we are vaping on. We'll start with a Bobo.
Yeah, I'm just starting to get distracted by shutting over there then. How are we all doing? Just like my little background, I feel like a technical wizard. I've never done anything like that before. Yeah, it looks smart, doesn't it?
Yeah.
As always, I have got the Geek Vape Boost. I am going to take one of the Boost Pluses tomorrow from the shop because it's been looking at me for a week, so it's going to just go straight into my bag. And I am always, again, onto the Dovpo Odin with the Bonza sat on top. And inside of that, I have got a little bit of Sabores del Encanto, the cheesecake. What is it?
What do you think?
Cheesecake pastry. And I've got a little bit of apple in there as well.
What do you think of that cheesecake?
Oh, it's fucking beautiful, man.
Nice,
I only tasted it last week, I think it was, live on this show. I've been on it all week. It's amazing. I'm going to have to buy some more, I think, or figure out how to make it myself. But yeah, that's pretty much everything I've got, and I've finally sorted out me concentrates into different brands, so it's not just a big jumbled mess between 4 trays. Now it's actually segged out. So I should have no more excuses for not being able to mix. And I've just shot myself in the foot by saying that, and fuck.
Yeah.
So I will pass it over to my good friend Benny. No, Benny's already been, Annie.
No, I haven't told him what I'm vaping on.
Oh, go on, do that then, lad.
I will, yeah. So, Vaporesso Gen with the intake sub-ohm tank, and in that I have got some Bearded Freaks pineapple, which tastes a bit like a pineapple cube. And I'm not on a lot anyway, because I've just come in from training and jumped in shower and that. And I'm also on the X-Rox, Xerox, Cross, whatever you want to call it, thing. And from Vaporesso again, and I'm on that. It's still got in when I can find it. It's got some 88 vapes, Eisenberg. There it is. Everybody does that. It's salts. It's a budget thing. I got them sent through. I will do a review. It isn't bad. Do you know what I mean? But it serves its purpose if you're stuck and you've got no vape shop near you. Do you know what I mean? You need to go get some cheap liquid. It's all right. So I will pass that over to Bill.
Thank you, Benny. I am also on the Vaporesso Gen with the Creed on top. And in that, I have some carrot and tomato. No, I have banana nut bread. And Dakota, Warren, if you just went down the rabbit hole of flavors for DIY, welcome. And enjoy,
Yeah.
Also, I'm on the Minikin 2, courtesy of someone, and I won't say who. And on that, I have the Zoosex, hashtag Zoosex. And in that, I have the strawberry cheesecake popcorn butter. And also, I am on the hell is this thing? The heavy hitter with the Asgard mini on it, and in that I am on the apple pie, which I don't know whether or not any of you had gotten your apple pie yet or had a chance to taste it, but delicious stuff. And with that being done, I'll throw it over to Graham.
Oh, okay. I'm on the Aegis. Oh, well, here we go again. Aegis Legend with the Alpha Tac on top. Alpha Tank on top. And in that, I've got this stuff, which I can never pronounce. Tiramisu. And the rest of it. Tiramisu.
Skip-to-maloo.
If you release that, that's what you have to call it. Skip-to-maloo.
Oh, just I can't release a juice which that you can't pronounce. I've got the Minikin 2 with the barrage on top, and in that I've got some Turd 4, which is the lemon curd, which is always, it just amuses me calling it turd. And I've got the T18, which has just got a single flavour juice in the clotted cheese. No, it's not clotted cheese. Clotted cream fudge by Cupcake World, which is the chef flavours, which comes in the 30 mils, and that's at 5%. And that's all it is in there, and it's still lovely. I keep on doing more, and we'll pass it over to Liam.
Yeah, thanks, Graham. I'm currently on the Aegis Legend, probably a little bit more battered than Graham's.
If you want some wraps, just while we're on, if you want some wraps, there's a guy in there that does the little...
Hooked on Funk does...
You can get customised little bits for it.
Yeah, this is a golf ball on the hole. He did Nick one. That's Dark Side of the Moon, Pink Floyd's Dark Side of the Moon album. He does custom wraps for him. Does real well with them.
I'll be looking that up after the show.
Yeah.
On top of that battered Legend, I've got the Profile 1.5 RDA with some It's Golden, which is a sponge cake drizzled with golden syrup and custard.
Nice.
I've got just another Profile 1.5. I swap out for my orange rice milk, which is, as it says, orange rice milk.
What's rice milk? What's rice milk?
It's with this mix. It's not like the rice milk you'd actually buy from a shop.
Right.
It's more of a dairy milk with rice notes to it, with the orange sitting on top.
Right.
That'd be nice, that. Like rice pudding-y kind of.
Yeah, it's not full on rice pudding. It's got more of the dairy to it than the rice, but I'm still a little bit undecided on that as to whether it's going to be public or whether I'm just going to rework a little bit.
Yeah.
Sounds nice, though. And Graham, he's going to have a little run through the chat, aren't you, lad?
Yeah, so we'll say this.
I couldn't even get through what I'm vaping. Never. Here we go.
Right, so Graham's going to run through the chat, and then Kentucky Bill's going to do a bit of mixing.
Yeah, this is the only reason why I'm reading chat out, so he has to do the mix. So we've had Tam Vapes in. I don't know if you're still here, Tam. Hello. We have Vaping Mank. I hope he's wearing the gold Speedos. Well, no, I actually don't hope he's wearing the gold Speedos.
That's just made you all night if he is.
Mark Taylor. Hello. Tony, Hooked on Funk, who does the Aegis wraps, which we've just put the links in to. We have Craig Brown, Chris Earl. Hi. Paul Anderson, which you've got to say hello, Mr. Anderson.
Hello, Mr. Anderson.
Hello, Mr. Anderson.
We have Andy, Bestie Sig Liquids, which is our sponsors. Hello, Andy. We have Disco Potato, Graham Spires, Terry. Oh crap! Not Terry O'Crap.
It's not easy to say, Graham.
We have Dakota Warren, who was just asking a question in Beginner's DIY. He was saying about he has trouble picking flavors. Try looking for pod recipes. They're really strong flavors, so that might help. We have Blazing Vapes. J. Jerry, the Mr. 5G man, Full Man. Well, I'm not going to say anything about Full Man apart from his sock smell. The Irishman, we have Albert Valentini.
Hi.
Yeah. Have I said Craig Brown?
We have now.
Craig Brown, JD0692.
That is
Ryan Boyce, hello Ryan Boyce. Mark H, fellow goth.
Ryan.
It might be here a while.
Ryan O'Neill, Scott Morrison, AVC Reviews.
Get him.
Another Tony. we've had Scott Morrison before, and Mr. Mark G9, and Black Country Vapor.
Yeah.
Did I see Fee in? Fee came in, didn't she, before?
Yeah, Fee's in.
Yeah, hello Fee. If I missed you, I think I missed you about before. Shane Gibson. And that's it.
Terry
Yes!
Terry Tyre. You missed him.
No, it's not the name that he couldn't pronounce before.
The last name down there.
So now
Mr.
it's up
Mark
to you,
K.
Bill. Not
Mr.
getting
Mark
out of it.
K9. KG9. Did you get it? Anyway, anybody who's missed, he does apologise. It's his first time reading chat. I think it was first time reading, never mind, first time reading chat. Oh, so you had a good week, boys, anyway. If you had been busy
Good,
week.
man. Always. Fucking always.
Good.
What about everyone else? Everyone had a good week?
Yeah.
Yeah, good week.
Yeah.
Good.
Good.
Thanks.
So we will go on to our guest. So you might not know him. You might know him if you're in the mixing world. You probably will know him. He's on. I can never get this right. Is it OG?
OGA.
That's it. OGA. I never get it right. I never get it right at all. He's on there with Tam Vapes, who we had on the other week, and he's a fellow caster on there. And he's actually not from America, as you might have noticed. He's actually from Wales. So how did you get into being in that with them on the show? How did that come around?
Well, it started with Nick Evans. Become friends with Nick, who then was with Tammy on OGA. Asked me on to the show. I went on to the show, and he ended up coming off because life just got busy for him. And I've been there ever since. They're going to have to use a crowbar to get rid of me.
Yeah, she was a bit worried that we were going to pinch you because with it being a British-centric show here. She was a bit worried that we were going to kidnap you. So we've only bothered you, unfortunately. So you're on after this, aren't you? Is it on a Wednesday night you do it?
Yeah.
Yeah, midnight UK time,
Yeah.
which I believe is 7
7
Eastern
o'clock.
Standard.
Yeah. 7. Yeah.
So how are you finding it? Are you finding it that you've learnt a bit more? Have you? While you've been on there?
Yeah, I'm constantly learning anyway. Even though I've been doing this for a while now, I think once you get to the point where you're no longer learning, you've just decided that you're not actually gonna keep mixing.
Yeah.
There's always new stuff to learn.
There's always new stuff coming out as well.
He's learning that Simon does a lot of different, has a different taste buds than he does. No.
Yes.
So how long have you been into mixing? When did you? Well, first of all, when did you start vaping?
Started vaping just before my son was born. So I've been vaping now around about 6.5, 7 years. Been mixing. Started mixing about 6 months after that.
Right.
Once I found out how expensive the actual shop juices could be, even though they were nice, they didn't quite fit in my budget at the time. So stumbled across Reddit and found out I could make my own. And I've just been doing that ever since.
Nice one, man.
So you've also got some flavours out that have just come out now with the rest of the cast on Chefs, haven't you?
Yeah, as part of the DIY Flavour Chase range, I'm down as Sherlock Holmes on Chef's Flavours.
You got 3 on there. Is it 3 you've got?
I've got 6 on there.
Oh, is it 6? I saw 3. So
yeah, I always end up forgetting what shots I've actually got. It's Strawberry Twist, which is strawberry and orange with a little bit of a twist to it. I got Scotch My Custard, which is a full-on butterscotch custard. I got Basic Biatch, which is just your basic vanilla custard.
Right.
Jam on toast.
Right.
And an apple and raspberry slush.
Very nice. Very nice. So if you do want to go over, you can go over to Chefs and just have a look there and, pick up. We did talk about this with Tam. They're now in because I got an email to say they're now on and they're now live, aren't they? Because they were stuck somewhere before, they hadn't got them, and
they went live. They went live last Friday.
Yeah.
I'm keeping an eye on Bill. He should be mixing.
I haven't done any mixing yet. You told me I had to show the bottles.
Time yet. It's not. We've only just started. Can't be mixing yet.
No. You've got to have an hour's sleep though, haven't it? It's got to sleep for at least an hour.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, couldn't leave it to steep a little bit
for a week or two.
So, how have you found that the mixing's evolved since you first started with the different? Because there's a lot more flavour companies out now than 6-7 years ago, isn't there?
Oh yeah, there's at least another 5 or 6 flavour companies that have actually come into what I'd say would be the big boy leagues, along with TFA and Capella.
Yeah.
And the amount of flavours that are coming out now, they seem to be releasing new flavours on a monthly basis. And what I've also found as well, the major difference is the amount of information that's now out there for beginner mixers, which is amazing, to be honest.
It is, because like I say, when I first started, it were obviously I saw DIY a die, I saw Les Pickings. I don't know if you know Les when he used to do it, and that's how I started getting into it. There wasn't a lot. There wasn't ELR then, it would just sort of come up with a flavour and get some, and I got some. I bought some from eBay and those shit. I've showed them off, and that nearly put me off to life.
Yeah, I made the same mistake. The first lot of flavours I bought, I found out about 2 years ago were actually OS DIY flavours, which are actually really good. But the percentages I was mixing them up at, I should never have mixed them up. It's like 15% for one of them.
Yeah. But that's what we've told everybody. Everybody does that. They get it and think, oh yeah, I like a custard. Just slap it in.
Yeah.
And then think, oh, that don't taste right.
Well, but when you go back a few years, you used to have to mix the flavors at a higher percentage. That's why a lot of the numbers on the LR are skewed so bad when you go in and get a percentage on the LR and you look at it and it's always higher than what you really should go in a lot of cases, because they've been using those percentages on certain flavors for a long time and they've dropped down now.
Yeah, it's the same for a lot of the older mixes on the LR as well. There are some really good ones on there, but if you look in like pre-2018, 2017, you'll notice that they're really high flavour. So what I always advise people to do is if they're mixing anything before 2017 that's been put on ELR, is to perhaps take a quarter of the percentage off, if not half the percentages completely.
Yeah, because it used to be a rule of thumb were like 15 to 20% in your mixes. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And that's what you were aiming for. And
that was literally just so you could taste them from the old cartos.
Yeah, exactly. Well, it's going back to the same as pods now, though, isn't it? That's the same thing.
Yeah.
You've got to over flavour it to get any flavour out of your pods. Because when people started first mixing, they were saying, "Well, I'm getting out from my pods."
Yeah.
Now everything's overcompensated to get you that flavour now through your pod systems.
Generally, I think if you're going to mix an existing recipe up for a pod, bump it up by like 25%.
Yeah.
And then the other thing with the pod is the nicotine. You generally have to kind of boost that a little. Depending on what nic you're vaping at, you may find that if you're trying to do like a 3 nicotine in a pod, you pretty much get nothing.
Yeah.
So if anybody in chat has any questions while Liam is on, good time, because we will go for Graham's going to ask a few questions because he knows obviously a little bit about yourself. Some about a flavour book.
Yeah, your flavour book. Do you want to explain your flavour book?
Basically, I started off single flavour testing about 2.5 years ago. I finally got fed up of looking up everybody else's flavour notes, not having them match to my taste buds, and thought it was about time I actually started single flavour testing. And then I was lucky enough to get employed by Chef's Flavors to actually do flavour testing for them. Unfortunately, lost my job due to COVID.
Oh, sorry about that.
It was something that I was sort of expecting, to be honest, the way the COVID situation was going.
Yeah.
But I was testing 60 flavors a month.
Wow.
I was placing them through all of the Facebook groups, and in the end, I just thought, well, this is a bit daft because I'm struggling now to really keep on top of this.
Yeah.
So I thought I'll just collate them all into one place, one flavor book, and put those out there for people, because there wasn't a lot of information when I first started out, but the information that I did find was free.
Yeah.
So I thought, if I'm going to be putting this information out, I'm going to be putting it out there for everybody to use, and I'm going to keep it free for everybody to use. Wow. Because without that information, some people might not start mixing.
Yeah, no, exactly. Well, this is the thing. Some people, that's how everybody started mixing, the cottage industry of mixing better juices than we're getting from like your China, your Anseng and all this lot, when it was just the little 10ml bottles that you used to get. This is where it's exploded into, where it is now, isn't it? Just by people going, mixing around with recipes that people have done, and playing around with different, different flavors and that,
Yeah, I mean, I always tell people that the taste is very subjective. So you may not agree with all of the notes I might taste from a certain flavor, but the percentages that I give out should give you a ballpark figure to be able to start mixing with that flavor, even if you don't agree with the actual tastes.
Yeah.
Well, I started using it to actually pick the flavors I'm going to get, because I can just go through easily and just go, right, I need apricot is the one I've been looking at recently, and I went through the flavor book and I was just like, that one, and I just read it, and that's the profile I wanted, so I'll go off and order it. Now I'll probably taste something a little bit different, because everybody tastes good, but it will be around the ballpark which I want or need. So I found it very, very useful. I do refer it back, especially, what is it, the Fab Mix?
Yeah, the Fab Mix concentrates. I don't think they're actually available from anywhere else other than Chefs. That's if Chefs even still carry them now.
I've had it from Chefs.
It is one of those. I looked at that category and just went, oh, I'm not going to end from there. There's nothing on the e-liquid recipes, and when I saw it there, and I went, the 50p. I'm going, I'll have that one. I'll have that one.
Yeah, 901's asking, how long does your e-liquid last after you've mixed it? It depends if it's nice and you've vaped it all. It's like a bottle of med, really, doesn't it?
Some of mine last for about 3 days, and then it's gone. But shelf life,
shelf life wise, it depends on the quality of nicotine that you're using, if you've even put nicotine in there. What I tend to do is mix up my juices and then put the nicotine in just before I vape. But I'm only on quite a low percentage of nicotine, so I can get away with that. If you're on higher nicotine strengths, then your mileage might vary a little bit. But again, it comes down to the quality of the recipe. Stuff that you buy from shops, I'd say it should be okay for at least 6 months. Stuff you're mixing yourself, obviously they change as you steepen them. So if you got a solid recipe, I've been vaping some of mine 7-8 months after I've actually mixed them. I know people who have been mixing stuff and then vaping it a year afterwards.
Yeah,
and it's still been fine.
Like, I know when I buy stuff in for the shop. What's that?
Strawn on 13th of the 3rd, 19. So we'll test it.
But like, I know when I buy stuff in for the shop and it's brand new and like the label's still sticky on it, if I look at the best before date on that, like it's talking like 2 years best before date.
Yeah, a lot of the individual flavor concentrates have got 3 or 4 year shelf date on them. I mean, as long as they're kept out of direct sunlight and they're kept somewhere cool. By cool, you're looking at room temperature, so around about 21, 22, a little bit lower than that. They should be fine for years.
It's more your nicotine that goes bad, rather than your...
Yeah.
Than the flavour itself, isn't it?
Yeah, it's not so much that it would actually make you ill. It's more it gets oxidated and gets very peppery, and gets a really bad throat hit.
Yeah,
or a good
slight
throat
off
hit,
taste to it.
depending on what you're wanting.
Yeah. I mean, if you're mixing from mouth to lung, then you might find that you actually like that slightly peppery nick with that stronger throat hit.
So I hope that answers your question there, 901. I think it either says, yeah, thank you for the answer. So yeah, like I say, it's all dependent on yourself, how long you want to keep it for. I said, lemon, I had some, what is it, dinner ladies, Daz Cole's concentrate, you know, the dinner lady that he did. And that goes black after 2 years.
Does it? Yeah.
Yeah, that's was that nicotine free or with Nick?
That was with nicotine in it. We just went pure black.
Yeah, that's the nicotine oxidizing in there.
Yeah,
the nicotine changes colour, doesn't it?
It's like that.
Yeah, it looks like treacle.
Yeah. When you take it out, you think, what the hell? What we got? Oh, Graham Spears says, anybody use Totally Wicked's gold standard concentrates? I haven't. I thought they were really expensive for what they were, to be honest with you. Because you can get a mixing kit from them. And I've been in the shop, like you do. Well, I think everybody's been in Totally Wicked at some point. And I just thought it was really expensive. You got like about 25 quid for like 4 concentrates and, you know, some bottles. And I thought it wasn't really worth it at that time. But I've not. I don't know if anybody in chat's used them. I would have thought they probably, I can't say, because Totally Wicked are quite a big company, so I would have thought they'd be from maybe an half decent flavour house. I don't know. Couldn't tell you on that one.
You sure?
See, Rolling Sunboy says, should you keep 72ml nicotine in amber glass bottles in the freezer? Some people do. I personally haven't. I've still got. When I kept it, I had it in just the bottle it came in, and it hasn't gone. That's been in there 2 years, and it hasn't changed colour or anything.
Got mine sitting back here. Yeah.
I've always stored mine in the freezer, but that's mainly to keep it out of my little boy's way. It's in the freezer inside the lockbox.
Yeah, well, some people said to change it from the bottle it comes into an amber glass bottle, so I think it's more so the sunlight doesn't get to it in the amber glass.
Right. It depends on the nicotine you buy. Some nicotine, some better nicotines. I talked with Frank about it, and we were discussing it, and he said basically from his knowledge, some of the better nicotines you don't even have to refrigerate or freeze. As long as you keep them out of direct sunlight, you're okay. You know, so it depends on what nicotine you've got. You know, what you have at the end and so on and so forth, as much as anything. It's not, it's not just going to go bad on you if you get, some decent stuff. It's going to cost you a little more, but it's not as hard to store. I have some in the fridge that I have that's a different bottle, but I keep it in there, but I don't keep anything in the freezer.
Yeah, the only thing I would say is if you're going to be storing VG-based nicotine in your freezer, it goes really, really thick. It's really hard then to actually pour. You can't even syringe it out. So then you have to defrost it, and then you're freezing it again, and then defrosting it again. So I don't think that's actually doing it a lot of good anyway.
No.
Yeah. I think it's more like the air getting into it. Like say, if you're going to put it in, to put it in smaller bottles so you can take it out a bottle at a time. Then can't you? If you've got a big bottle. But I personally use PG nicotine. Because I just can't be arsed with VG trying to get it up my syringe.
No, I've used VG nicotine once, and that was such a pain in the backside. I just went straight back to PG.
Yeah, exactly. Everybody telling me stick it in boiling water and thins it down and all that, and I just get some PG.
I've got 30 bottles of the stuff. I'm never buying it again. You just sit there pouring and going,
yeah. I am on the lab. I am putting I've got some in my stash that I'm playing around with, but not a lot of. Before I started this, I'm a bit like everybody. You don't want to put your recipes out because you get critiqued, and I get 1 star for spelling something wrong. And I get a message saying you spelt this wrong and it's not categorised right.
I know that.
We've got Full Moon saying, oh, we got one before that. Scott Morrison, anyone tried the Aspire Dynamo mod, 220 watt? I've just ordered one up, it's okay. Have you heard of it, Bobo?
Yeah, I've done a review on it a couple of months ago. It's absolutely fantastic. It's a little bit plasticky before it's got the batteries in it, but once you've got the batteries in it, it's solid. It's proper solid. Sold quite a few of them in the shop, and I don't think I had any issues with any of them, to be fair. But no, it's a beastly little dual 21700 mod. Fantastic. Yep. It's quite cheap nowadays as well.
Yeah, Mark H is saying he's had one. It's still going since launch, still going strong. Full Moon's had. Anyone used Awkward by FA? Thinking of a drop or two in a custard might be about the only use for it, or maybe in a whiskey. Anybody used Awkward?
No.
Which one's Awkward?
Yeah, I had a brief run-in with the Awkward. It's more like the it's like a barrel oak flavour.
All right,
You know, if you have a really nice Jack Daniels or a really nice bourbon, you've got that little oak smoke
that
texture in the background.
Yeah.
That's the Oakwood. It's really good for trying to make your mix taste like it's been barrel aged.
Right.
It goes really, really well with tobaccos. Probably you get away with mixing it with a little bit of cream as well. And it goes great with your bourbons, your whiskies. It's a really nice flavour, but use it low.
Yeah, it's just saying a couple of drops
I'd say no more than 0.5%. You're probably looking more around the 0.1 to 0.2, to be honest.
Yeah. What else we got? Grain Spears saying he stored mine in the freezer in the bottles. It came in for 4 years and it's still good. It's VG based. Yeah, it's just hard to get out. I was just saying.
Yeah. Paul Hadwin says, is there any way to retrieve mature, well-steeped liquid that has a bit of a funky aftertaste, or just bin it?
I think just bin it.
Send it to Graham.
I just bin it, to be honest.
Send it to Graham. That's
don't send it to me. Yeah. Too much of the stuff.
Yeah, I think if it's gone with an if it's got a funky taste to it, you're not going to be able to revive it. Hopefully, you wrote your recipe down so you can remake it if you did like it.
I think he said it was I think it was a well, no, he didn't say that. He just said it was a mature, well steeped. Yes.
Yeah, so he doesn't say how mature it is, if it's
or whether it was commercial or not. So I don't know.
At least you know now that you have to vape that within a certain amount of time to actually enjoy
exactly,
it.
Yeah. If it tasted good up for the first 6 months and you put it away, do it a full bottle in 6 months.
Yeah. How do you get a bottle by accident? Yeah.
How do you get a bottle by accident? You must have ticked it at some time.
Yeah. I had stuff sent to me as like, here's your order, and we threw in this. They did that Noisy Elf cereal, just came in a package with my other stuff. It's kind of like, hey, here's a bottle of Noisy Elf cereal. We can't seem to sell this shit, so we're giving it away. It's the way I looked at it.
Or you do a 15 flavour mystery bag.
Oh yeah, that's it. That was all right with that. I use that cucumber. That cucumber he's still going so, but just I don't like that. I got that what was it? Ice candy. That new one that came out.
Now, can I throw cucumber in this also? Since
you can if you want. The cucumber tastes really nice. Cucumber, to be fair.
Yeah.
When I saw melon rind, I just went, they hate me.
I got some melon rind. I got melon rind, didn't I? Yeah, I got that ice candy. What was that just came out that we bought, Graham?
That the SSA one.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not really that cracking.
No.
Gives you a cooling sort of sensation, but it's a bit. I don't know. It's been steeping for about 2 weeks, and for a week. I did it last week, and it's still.
Collinson boy says I fell into the pub and got drunk by accident.
Yeah, that's what he's telling all us.
Yeah, I've just ordered Super Aromas Milky Caramel Fudge.
Yeah, that's supposed to be a good one.
Yeah, that's that. Everybody was on the LR. It was right at the top, and I went, "Oh, I haven't got that one. I'll get that one." But the raspberry syrup is it's fantastic. You can taste the pips in it. It's absolutely wonderful. I keep on banging on about it every week. Get it?
Yeah, I've got the raspberry natural and the raspberry syrup steeping. Just waiting for testing because I found them really, really light off a shake. There wasn't a lot of flavour there, so I just got those sat steeping at the moment. So I'm a bit backed up on flavours. I got about 110 to test. So
I can imagine.
So how did that come about with chefs then? They did contact you to do flavour testing then?
Yeah, I sort of approached them a couple of months before just to see if they actually had any vacancies there, and said they didn't have anything at the moment. And then I got an inbox then off Lewis asking if I wanted to go work for them as a flavour tester.
Happy fucking days, man.
Right, so that job just right then, didn't it?
Yeah, definitely. So yeah, started with them and really, really enjoyed it. Really, really nice guys as well.
Have you
Great
not
place to work?
Have you not burned out on flavours yet?
No, not yet. I'm jumping back into it now. Next week, my son's back in full-time school now, so I've got a little bit of time on my hands. So I'm going to be cracking back on and hoping to knock out 60 flavours a month again.
60 flavours a month. That's good going, is that, mate? I've got to say.
Damn.
Crazy going.
Yeah, I want to hit 1,000 by the end of the year.
Wow. Is there anything
my
you've
goal.
sort of gone and thought, this is absolutely disgusting?
Oh, yeah, there's been a couple. There has been a couple. Flavora waffle jumps to mind.
Right.
Really, really didn't sit well with me. Tasted like mushroom soup.
Yeah. Well, it's all right if you want to make a mushroom soup.
Is that in your book?
Yeah. Yes, I believe I actually put that one in.
Did you say it tasted like mushroom soup?
Yep.
Oh.
So I've always said if I'm going to be doing flavor notes for people, told chefs this when I started as well. I will always be honest, and I will always be unbiased.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I taste what I taste.
Yeah, you've got to be honest with it, man. Like, something I've definitely learned from reviews. That, like, if you're not honest with it, that you're just going to get pulled up because someone's going to go, no, I've had a go with that, and it's nothing like what you've said at all.
Yeah. The other really, really bad flavour was vape train jackfruit. For me, it actually tasted like rotten meat.
Nice.
And it took 9 turns in my ultrasonic to actually get rid of the flavour, and I could still taste it a little bit. I just had to power through just to get rid of that last little bit.
Oh, that's getting that though.
You ever get anything that was like mislabeled and you thought you were going to be tasting one thing and all of a sudden it was like just
Yeah, it happens every now and again when things get rebottled. But it turns out that I actually managed to grab the only one in the pot that had been mislabeled. But yeah, you know, you're expecting to vape rhubarb and all of a sudden you're tasting cream. But
yeah.
Normally I can tell before I even vape anyway, because I work out my percentages first off, because I try to avoid any reviews or anything else that's already out there, so I'm not influenced. I work out what percentage I'm going to be testing at initially by sniffing it.
Do you knuckle test at all, or do you just?
No, I stopped knuckle testing when I had a bad experience with TFA Dodge Delish. It actually felt like it burnt the inside of my cheek.
Right.
Nice.
Right.
I think it might have just been alcohol or something in there, and I wasn't expecting it.
Yeah.
And then I had a really, really great idea of this is a banging flavour for one of the ones I tested. I'm going to put this in water. I'm going to see if I can make myself a squash.
Right.
Yeah, I think I put too much in, and I actually drank a litre of it. Put a little bit too much in, and was sat on the toilet for the next 5 hours.
Oh, nice. At least you have a good clear out.
Yeah.
So if anybody needs a good clear out, a bit constipated, just put a lot of concentrate in some water.
Or if you're going for a colonoscopy or something, you know.
Yeah.
Well, what I'd say is because they're food flavors, they're they're safe for to put in foods, waters, things like that. But just make sure you stick to just a couple of drops.
Yeah.
Not like half a bottle.
Yeah, no, you don't put half. I've put a couple of drops of strawberry in some water. So I've done that myself. Like
cold pressed lamb's dead nice in a glass of water, man. Couple of drops of that with loads of ice.
Well, Graham puts super sweet in his coffee when he doesn't have any
I
sugar.
put super sweet in my tea, and when I make milkshakes, you know, I put 27. Is it 27 bears? 27 fish.
Oh yeah, 27
bears.
Yeah, I put that in so it all goes. You have that kind of like jelly kind of taste in it there as well.
I've
just done that. That wasn't too bad.
Hazelnuts and things like that are great to chuck into coffee as well.
We had a question. Everybody tried black note juice? Black note juice, anyone?
Nope.
No,
not heard of black note juice.
Never.
Do you have a white whale? A flavour that you just cut? Mine is watermelon.
For me, the profile I've always been chasing is a realistic sponge cake. Like a homemade Victoria sponge. That's why I've always wanted, and nothing has ever seemed to get close to it. But on tasting this, I think I know how to get really close now to just a plain Victoria sponge. So
right. Be nice if you get that. I like a Victoria sponge.
Yeah, you can't go wrong with a Victoria sponge, man.
No, exactly. What else we got? I think Fumu said that the only African cucumber or something. It tastes disgusting.
The Wonder Flavors.
Yeah,
that's one I've never tasted.
I kind of look at that one. No.
So have you done VSO flavors or?
No, I haven't actually got any VSO, but I am going to be trying to get hold of those soon.
Okay.
It's a cult. It's a cult. Once you join it, you never go back. Have you seen everybody as soon as they go? I've tasted it. I've turned.
So I've got bacon flavour that Rawlinson Boy had. He says tasted like back end of a horse.
Would that be Capella bacon?
Probably will for that. Oh yeah. I know Les once gave me some. I think that were a pizza flavour or something like that. That were awful.
Is there any good bacon flavours?
Yeah, mine I make in the morning. Yeah.
Pancakes with bacon and like maple syrup. That could be a dead nice vape, I reckon.
Yeah, I don't think there's any good bacon flavours out there.
How about orange flavors, though? I can't find a good orange flavor. I mean, a blood orange sometimes, and you said you have an orange and that. Every orange I've mixed comes out, it's that either I get the zest or I get the baby aspirin. I mean, it's like...
orange is one of those really tough ones. Yeah. I think it's playing around with layers, but then there isn't anything that's quite close to a really fresh, juicy orange. Mm-hmm. A lot of them, they've got that artificial note to them.
Yeah. Are you more of a pastry or a fruit, or what are you, if your preferences as far as what?
Preference-wise, desserts, bakery, custards. Okay. But I will vape a little bit of everything, and you also find that my tastes do actually run towards florals as well every now and again.
Oh,
I do like a good floral.
No.
Keep
the florals out here. Do you think, you've done razzleberry, I'm sure?
I got that. I don't think I've ever actually tried that one.
Now to me, that I tried as a single flavor, and it was like I just put a bunch of flowers in a bottle and just started, and I was like, oh my God, this is the most horrible thing I've ever. And other people will tell me I've done it and I don't taste any floral and raspberry at all. I'm thinking, God, I do. It's like somebody just stuck a bouquet in my mouth.
Yeah, I think it's just one of those ones. Is how our taste buds interpret certain flavors. It's like I can't get on with any grape flavors at all.
Right.
Yeah.
Every single grape flavor tastes like diesel.
Right.
And it's even got to the point now where I can't even eat artificial sweets, sweets with an artificial grape flavoring,
Right.
because all I taste is diesel now.
Give me those diesel.
The Court of One is saying he's using mandarin orange and it's good.
Yeah, I've got mandarin orange up there, but I said I've tried a few. I've been on the orange creamsicle is what happened to me. I was trying to find the orange creamsicle. Now, if you smell the Capella orange creamsicle bottle, it smells exactly like one of those orange creamsicles. But if you mix it, it tastes like crap. But it smells really good. So I just pick it up and smell it every now and then.
And put it back. Just wishing it tastes like that.
My favorite oranges have got to be the Wonder Flavors orange juice. Really like that one. And the Cupcake World Chef's Choice Brazilian orange. And that's a really good orange flavor if you haven't actually tried that one, Bill.
I haven't, no.
Like a lot of the Cupcake World, though, it does need pushing. So you have to take it up to like 5-6% in the mix. But it is a decent orange.
That's Cupcake World orange.
Got a question in the chat from Mark Taylor. Any realistic sultana flavors or raisins?
I use flavor fig at 0.25 for a raisin. And Benny, you had the raisins in that cinnamon roll. Which one was
cinnamon
that?
roll. Yeah. You can use that low percentage. You get a raisiny taste to it.
Capellas.
Yeah.
There's a bit of raisin in the Vape Train fruitcake as well, which you can actually use to pop other raisins.
Right.
Like the rum and raisin flavor from Flavora and the Vape Train. They're decent, but they're heavier on the rum than the raisin.
I got you.
So yeah, a little bit of the fig with that, or a little bit of fruitcake with that should actually pop the raisin up for you.
Do like raisins. I put the raisins in curry.
You put raisins in cream. Why would you put raisins in cream?
In curry.
Oh, in curry. I thought you said in cream. Why would you put raisins in cream?
Another good one to use with the raisins as well is the red date. You just use the red date really low. That should actually pop the raisins as well nicely.
So yeah, I hope that helped. And Kieran did answer that Black Note. He's obviously tried them, and he said Black Note Prelude is great. The others are as good as well. So I hope that answered the question there. We did have another one that said about. We're going to just go back up because he asked us. Okay, so we all have our favourite tank and mod. We always go back to, but what are they?
Island 2.
Yep.
Island 2. Favourite mod. Something that I haven't been able to find for a while, the Dovpo trigger. That was like my all-time favourite mod, and then man died, and it just disappeared off every wholesale site known to man. It's like, fuck.
Mine is that I just keep going back to it. Well, I don't go off it. I'm just dead simple.
Yeah, I'm always on the legend. This has been my go-to mod for like the last year. Other than that, I'll revisit my Tesla 3 every now and again.
Mine would
Seems to be a mod.
Exotics. I go back to that one because it's parallel or series, either one.
Yeah.
And actually with the Guillotine V2 on it, it's, it's one that I can put back up there, and the next thing I know, it's back here on the desk. I think at night the elves come in and bring it back down.
Yeah.
Because it just keeps ending up back down here.
I'm the same as you. Since I got the Gen, I use no else but this, and I've got other mods. And usually my tank on it's only because I couldn't be asked wicking, is usually my Solomon mesh, because we were just on about that, Liam. You like mesh as well, don't you?
Yeah, I've got really hooked on mesh. I think it's the flavour from it.
Yeah, I like a mesh vape, you know. So I usually have that on go. It's just that I couldn't be bothered putting some more mesh in and re-wicking it, so I just got some home tank out. It's just easier sometimes, isn't it?
Yeah, the only thing I do find is when I'm doing the single flavour testing, I always end up on my Bonza, dual coil Bonza, because testing single flavours on mesh, you just end up using so much cotton.
Yeah.
And to re-wick all the time.
Yeah. I use
fantastic to do as well.
little nudge 22.
Yeah. So you use a dual coil for testing?
Yeah, I try and test how I actually vape. So I did start off testing at 130 watts on like 0.13s, and dialed it back down then to 100 watts on 0.2, 0.17 to 0.2.
And Tony likes Bubba Pig Sap. That is a bacon, maple, and apple. It's lovely.
Ooh. So which are your go-to flavours? What if you had to Desert Island? Let's play Desert Island flavours.
Yeah.
You have to take, we'll say, 8 flavours to a Desert Island, and you want to mix as many juices as you can. Which flavours would they be? It's a tough one.
Yeah, this is a really tough one. It would be Flavor Art Custom Premium. Probably Cupcake World Devon Cream.
Yeah.
Then I would have to take one-on-one Pie Crust.
Pie Crust.
Yeah. Forest Fruits by FA.
J. Jerry, Forest Fruits.
And probably be the Vape Train Butter.
I've just got that because of what you were saying about it at the OGA show. So I haven't tested it yet, but I'll pick that up.
And FA Raspberry.
That's a good raspberry, that.
How many am I up to now? That's 7, I think.
7.
Yeah, one more.
I'd probably go then with the Jungle Flavors Bavarian Cream.
Yeah. There we go. That's your to buy list, everyone.
So now that you have all those, you have one fruit in there, right? Raspberry.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the
so
forest
everything
fruits.
that you make now on that island is going to have a raspberry flavor to it. You know?
Yeah, and either have the raspberry or the forest fruits, or it would probably be predominantly custards, to be honest.
Yeah. So you just figure if it's an island, probably has pineapples, you could always just slice you one and pour some of that straight out of the pineapple into the bottle. You can make
or you could just vape with a mouthful of pineapple.
Yeah, right. Yeah. It's...
Bill, shouldn't you be mixing by now, lad?
It is.
Should I? Okay.
You have to do it visibly.
Well, I mean, I'm trustworthy enough that I have these 3 sitting here. I have the tomato.
No, you're not.
He's not trustworthy.
No, we've got to see it out.
I have the carrot, and I have the cucumber. All right. So there they are. Now, I've got the scale here, so at least I can't just eyeball this. I'm not going to, because God knows how much I'd end up sticking in there trying to eyeball it. So I've got to do it on the scale. So I will at least, I have an empty cup. See, nothing up my sleeve.
I've just had a little mix then of a lemon sugar cookie that I've just came across on ELR. Just put the link into chat now.
Burn out with tomato.
I mixed it 10 minutes ago. Oh my God, it's fucking beautiful.
Yeah.
It's It's fantastic, man. I can imagine it's going to be a hell of a lot nicer in a week, but straight away, that's beautiful. It's probably the 2% sweetener that's in there that's making it beautiful straight away.
Yeah.
What is it? It's what's in there? It's 3% golden butter by Capella. It's a fucking strong mix, to be fair. 3% golden butter by Capella, 5% Italian lemon Sicily by Capella, sugar cookie V1 at 8%, and super sweet at 2%. But
Quite high super sweet, isn't it?
Yeah, that's a really full-on mix. I can see that being really nice off a shake, though.
Yeah, it's amazing, man. I'm going to have a little vape on it, and then I might adapt it a little bit down the line to make like an all-day lemon cake vape.
So, watch out for Vape Punk's dessert line.
While Bill is mixing that, shall we tell him about the discount for...
Yeah, well, it's been Nightbot's. I was just about to say that, Graham. You can go through that because Nightbot's been spamming that out while we've been chatting.
Yeah, our sponsor, Andy from Best Siggy Liquids, has given us a discount code, which is the best BCL12 for 12% off. He's also put up some more juices. I'll put them in the channel now. So you've got 100 mils for $2.99 of peach custard, go grape, pistachio, RY4, and Benny's apple pie.
Get in there, it's not mine, it's Graham's.
That Vic's peach custard.
I'll wait for the reviews, and if the reviews are good, I'll complain. If the reviews are shit, I'll just leave it.
Yeah, so that peach custard will be because of the guest flavours of some of these ones.
Yeah. If you go to the front page, click guests, they're all in the guest category. And the discount code will work on the £2.99. Right,
so if you want to try Vic's peach custard, you can go...
It's not Vic's peach custard.
It's not? Oh, is it not?
It's a different peach custard.
Oh, is it? I thought it was Vic's with it saying peach custard. I know that... Is that pistachio white? Is that one of them... what is it? It's one. Net Vapors?
I don't think it is a net. I'll just quickly check.
Just check who they buy, then we can bob that out.
I think it's from them. So it'd be from their internal mixers.
Yeah, speaking of Vic, I'm on the UK Vape Show tomorrow.
Ah, yeah! Get in there!
Nice.
Well done, mate.
It'll be a good little show.
And seeing you don't do any reviews or do your channel anymore, you can send everybody to this show.
Yeah.
Oh, they're all by Best Sig Liquids. So they're all, Andy just put in, they're all by BCL. So go over, give them a try, guys. Be good for you to go over. So if you go over and... all right, Andy's in. I'm sure he'll tell you when it's going to be sent out, mate. Because Tony's saying he's still not got his apple pie yet. No problem, Full Moon. So yeah, so go try it out. Go over to Best Sig Liquid and use the discount code and have a buy of some Easy Mix stuff and see what you think.
Nice.
Oh my god!
Apple pie.
I am not going to be able to vape this.
All been shit, mate. Right?
Just going to sort the cat.
You're going to sort the cat? Why are you going before these?
When have you had a cat?
All right, there you go, Tony. Track him via your account. Go on then, Bill. What's it smelling like?
It's smelling like that damn tomato is really strong, and it smells like not the tomato, but the stalk of the damn tomato deal is what it smells.
All right, yeah.
Yeah. And that has taken over the smell. I can't smell carrot or cucumber in here at all. All I smell is that tomato. I really screwed up is what I did. I was mixing it without putting anything up. I didn't pull up ELR or anything. And as I was putting in my flavor concentrates, I put too much flavor concentrates in because I usually mix 100 ml bottles, and I'm only mixing up about 15 ml of this. so it is super freaking strong.
So do you know when we're talking about things getting for the pod? Have you got a pod there? Maybe put it in
that. Yeah. The one I wicked up was an MWBAF. think this is going to be worse than...
Have you got a bin next to you, Bill?
One here, one over there. This is going to be worse than when did the WS-23.
Oh, CJ.
Or when you stuck the
menthol.
the
Yeah,
menthol
last week someone said put a menthol crystal in your mouth. Oh my God.
It is not smelling better by.
And I sent one of my overcasters on MUVS. I sent him some WS-23, and he says, "Oh, what do you do?" I said, "Well, just do like we normally do, flavour test. You know, just back at knuckle, just drop a bit on back at knuckle and test it." So he did.
Then he left.
He had to go off, did he?
Tobacco hot sauce e-juice. Fucking hell, man. Why would you ever buy that, Dakota?
What did he buy?
Tobacco hot sauce e-juice.
Oh, yeah.
So, Graham, have you been mixing anything up this week that you've been working on?
I gave up on that that Greek recipe with what's it? The vape train I can never pronounce it. The Greek liqueur.
MWBAF.
Yeah, I gave up on that because it tasted all right to begin with, but as soon as it starts to steep, it's like having nicotine in your juice without having any nicotine in your juice. I just gave up on it.
Yeah, it's a really unusual flavour, but I think it's one of their stronger ones as well. So did you drop it in low?
No, I put it in 1.25 and 1.5. So I might drop that right down. Because I do like it gives a nice aftertaste, which I really, really like.
Yeah, give it a try 0.5 to 0.75.
Yeah, I'll probably drop that down. I tried a apricot. I've not had really good success actually this week with stuff. I tried an apricot cup with apricot from Sesame. It is Sesame biscuit. I had classic oat flakes by SSA, cottage cheese and golden syrup, and it ended up like porridge with apricot.
Well, if you were going for a porridge flavour, it'd be all right.
I wasn't going for a porridge flavour. It tasted lovely off the shake, and then it just turned into porridge. Kind of off porridge with off milk.
Here we go.
So,
right, Bill's going for
balancing.
I'm going to go for it here. So, hang on. I think I've overdripped a bit, but
get over.
I overdripped.
It is wrong.
Yeah. Yes, Jesus, that stuff's.
Looked like you really enjoyed that, Bill.
It did,
yeah.
Is the tomato like coming out well?
It's like the dirty end of a tomato stalk is what it ends up tasting.
Oh,
are you getting the cucumber?
Of it.
Yeah.
So so are you getting the? Are we getting the tomato?
I'm getting no cucumber. I am that tomato is just killing everything. I mean, I put carrot and cucumber in it, and I actually put the tomato at like 0.5, and I put the carrot and the cucumber at 1. But the problem is it's only 15 mil, and that tomato at 0.5 on 15 mil is just too much.
Oh man.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, Stuart says you got to leave it to steep.
So what's the aftertaste like, and what's the inhale like, and explain your experience.
Hang on.
We'll
the experience is it's like vaping the dirty end of a tomato plant, like right down near where the dirt, where it goes in the ground, that real, if you ever just smelled like, if you pull a tomato plant and you get a hold of the stalk and you get that smell on your hand, the stalk smell, that's what it tastes like. Oh, like you're just vaping tomato stalk.
So it's not a soup then?
No, it's not even close. It's not a salad either. I can tell you that. If it was just a tomato flavor, it would be all right. I think Addie Tooney used that tomato, but much lighter. And Tam's here for Princess Liam.
Oh yeah, Liam, you've got to put your hat on.
It's
Tam's here. You've got to put it on.
It's
there you go.
There you go.
He did a fried green tomato with it that he liked, and I could see if you did it very low, but I would not do that tomato very high with it because it's more of a stalk. It's not really a tomato. No, I am not doing it again, Mark. I'm sorry, but I just about threw up in my trash can over here now. I am not. That's done. Oh, I won't be right for a week. Yeah, I'll try some apple pie. That gets rid of most.
So now you'll never get that out of that RDA. You'll be tasting that all the time now.
Did anybody get the apple pie yet? I know a lot of you all ordered it.
Out.
Is there anybody in chat that got it yet?
Tony's saying it's coming tomorrow.
Oh, okay. No.
We've killed him. So Mick, if you ever want him to stop talking on Late Night Vape Show, then just give him a vape some tomato juice.
Yeah.
So where did the princess crown come from then, Liam? What's the story behind that?
On one of the shows, because I started talking about florals, someone in chat started calling me Princess Holmes instead. And then Steam Bugs actually took her up by calling me Princess. And I thought I'd go out and buy myself a princess crown just to make everybody have a bit of a laugh on the show.
So that's not your daughter's?
No, I haven't got a daughter. I've got a son.
Oh,
I actually went to the store and bought the gaudiest one I could actually find.
You did good. Yeah.
Sam, we're talking about Graham's apple pie that's now up on Best Sig Liquid as a e-liquid.
The 4%, 1%, 4% apple pie FA and 1% Flavora.
Yes. And at that, don't try to mess around with it because
I keep on messing around with it.
Yeah, try to add a little bit of tomato to it. That'd work.
Yeah. Mark H just put in ketchupy Bill.
Tony said he's tried the apple pie before. That's why he's bought another 100 ml of it.
There you go. Rawlinson Boy says, you look so beautiful with your highly fashionable crown on.
Thank you.
There you go. So everybody's digging it. So now you've got to wear it all the time. That's it. You can. So when every show you go on, you've got to wear your crown.
Yeah, I think I've actually started something.
Yeah. I've got a fireman's hat somewhere. I don't know where it's gone. Because you didn't know that they said that I look like someone's kid said I look like why is Fireman Sam on my TV? So I bought. I don't know where it's gone. I don't know where I put it.
Yeah, you had a little hat, but it wasn't. It was like a yellow hat.
Yellow hat. Yeah, I've got a yellow hat. I don't know where I've put it. It's about somewhere. Probably the rest of the crap that's around me that gets thrown about. So yeah, Bill saying, Mick saying, don't mess around with the cinnamon. I think Leviathan put more cinnamon in, didn't he?
Well, no, it's what happens. I tried to put a little cream in it because I thought maybe some sweet cream to go in with that on top of that apple pie, and it kills the cinnamon, so you can't. And Mick mixed something else in by mistake. He had another juice there, and he had 2 half bottles. Thought they were both the same thing, and poured it in, and realized he poured it in over top of the apple pie, and it killed the cinnamon.
Yeah, I tried pushing the Flavora up, and it just got sickly.
Yeah.
It just seems right. It's just one of those. It's just the right balance.
Yeah, even if you think
daytime Frank, wasn't it, on his show? Just reduce the apple filling down a bit.
Rolling Boy wants to come on with his big yellow sombrero.
I've got a hat up there. I could get. I've got a couple.
Oh, here we go. What else? It's, Bill's going to show off his golfing caps now.
No, these aren't golf. Yeah.
Don't forget hashtag Bill's wrong.
Bill's wrong.
I have two here that I can basically. I'll do this one first because it is sort of golfy, but not really.
Oh,
no, she.
The man from Del Monte, he said, "Yay!" That's where the oranges are going. Man from Del Monte, wear that. You might be able to do it.
Now we know what he uses his scales
I
for.
have. I don't remember which way this one goes.
Yeah, I think you might have to, Mick.
I have this one.
I'm just going to put another link in for the vaping community, which you're quite involved with, aren't you, Liam?
I stumbled upon it a while back, just when they were first starting to test. Went inactive for a little bit on there. I've just started getting back involved now. All of us on OGA trying to become active in the vaping community, just to just try and get out, because it is actually a really good calculator and a really good forum too. A friendly bunch of people.
Is it the ones I keep on reading, the Session Drummer?
Yeah.
Who does the flavor tasting and stuff like that? He's right. So if there's a new range comes out, he's right there, just going and you can really. I think you can really trust them, because I think he gave, was it Wonder Flavors Amaretto, he didn't particularly like. When I tasted it, I was just like, oh, this can't get any worse. It got worse.
That's the great thing. See, with more people actually pouring out flavor notes, you're more likely to actually find someone whose taste buds seem to align with yours. Yeah, so then then.
Yeah, he's quite similar to mine, because he didn't like the amaretto, and I just didn't get the amaretto at all. Other people were going, "This is wonderful." I'm not. No.
Out of all the people on the OGA, which taste buds align with yours more? Tams, Simons, Zippies?
Zippy's taste buds align more with mine.
Do they? Yeah.
Tams most of the time, but there's a couple of flavors we don't agree on.
Mm-hmm. I think some of it has to do with where you're from, what you've eaten and what you're used to. Simon being down under, Tam being in the South. And it's kind of strange, because the four of you are like different parts, as, like as far away from each other as far as what you grew up eating or drinking or whatever that could be.
Yeah, it's how expanded your palate is does influence how you taste things.
Yeah. So do you do Tim Tams?
No, I've never actually tried a Tim Tam.
Yeah. Okay.
What's a Tim Tam?
It's a Australian chocolate, I believe.
Oh yeah. Is that the thing that fucking Johnson was going on about a couple of months ago with that stupid advert? Tim Tams, is that?
Sounds like it might have been.
Tim Tam.
Well, with beer,
Well, there's certain concentrates that doesn't transfer over. Flapper Pie was one. When Flapper Pie came out, I was like, I'm going to have to Google that. What the hell is a Flapper Pie? And that is a great flavour. I really like that flavour, especially the golden syrup makes Americans just go, what's golden syrup?
I always just tell them it's inverted sugar syrup.
Right.
They actually pick up on that more than It's like molasses sort of, but not as dark. It makes it really hard to explain.
Golden syrup sounds like a sweet urine. That's that's all it sounds like.
It's like a poor man's maple syrup, innit?
Yeah, it's like they've taken out all the darkness from the molasses, so you're left with just a really thick, sweet syrup with some of that slight molasses-like taste.
I have the maple where they took out the sweet, and it's just maple, and it's strong. It's each. Have to get the audio.
It's back on. Back on.
Yeah.
Exactly.
We are now back with sound.
I tell you why that
Welcome
is.
to Benny and friends.
Welcome back. Sorry about that. I tell you what happened with that is because before the show, while I was out, fucking Windows updated. Fucking thing.
Welcome to Mixing with Benny and
So
Friends.
I am sorry. Yeah, there's always something fucked up, isn't it? Do you know what I mean? But yeah, it just crashed. It just comes up a blue screen and goes. I'm like,
we're back up to 32. Nick Evans, is this streaming hiccup because of Leah?
It does. It improves each week. I do get a bit better.
It's all my fault, Nick.
Yeah,
all my fault.
Right. Well, he was with them last week, and their show did it. So I'm beginning to, I'm thinking Nick, it might be right.
Yeah, it's normally my laptop that dies.
Honestly, it just. But like I say, before I went out, do you know when you're like, it goes, Windows needs to restart, and I'm thinking,
yeah.
I knew we were going to do that. So as soon as it came out, I'm like, yeah, that's because fucking, what is it's gone off? Bastards. If it's not OBS, it's bloody computer. Yeah, well, I could have not restarted it, but I thought it just pops up all the time. Yeah, that's really what I did. I really wanted to shut everybody off and then go for a quick shit and come back.
Totally
we're popping out.
I told him you went out to buy some tomato.
Yeah. Oh, so I am sorry about that. Like I say, it just Windows update and it does whatever it wants. Then done it. Always something happens. It's like with Zoom updates. That's never right. So right, well, Tam's power went out last week. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's crap. So we have got a few people back in. So thank you for joining back in with us. We will finish it off before my computer dies again. What should we do? Another 5 minutes and then. Mate, old people and technology.
Yeah.
Exactly. I was all right when it was BBC Micro. Do you know what I mean? It didn't do as much.
Old people in technology, 901 says.
Exactly what I'm saying, yeah. So, next week we've got something a little bit different. We've got a little... we've nicked it off a skin. We've got a wheel of... What we call it? A wheel of...
Didn't nick it off Skint.
You are. Skint does it
No,
on
I didn't nick it off Skint.
Skint does it on his on his flipping bagging vapes.
It's a wheel.
Yeah.
It's like...
It's all nicked off the Wheel of Fortune, man. It's all...
It's a Wheel of Fortune.
Yeah.
Not Skint.
The wheel of mixing.
So we're having a wheel of mixing.
Okay, we nicked it off Skint.
We just give him a shout out. So, nicked it off of Little Bro as well when he watched back. While we're on, Liam, see, we got you on because I know Little Bro Vapes watches this back. He's looking for a what is it? Spearmint vape. He wants a spearmint vape. He's after this spearmint vape. He can't find one that he wants. So, any ideas of what he can mix up to give him a spearmint? I think he's wanting By sounds of it, he wants something sweet. Can't see it, Bobo, for your green screen there.
Yeah, your green screen's
He's wanting
knocking
it to
the
be
bottle
sweet,
off.
and I think
Hold your hand behind it.
I think
Hold your
by
hand
sounds of
behind
it,
it and try
he's wanting it to be like maybe an hard candy spearmint. I'm thinking he just said spearmint.
I would go with Flavor West Spearmint Natural.
Toblerone.
Then if you want to push it to the hard candy, I would then go with the Flavor West Candy Cane. And then drop a little bit of the super sweet in there. If you want to give it a little bit more mouthfeel, you could always throw in a little bit of marshmallow. But really low, like 0.25, 0.5, or a little bit of vanilla. Because a lot of candies have vanilla right in the background. Well, a lot of sweets. Yeah, I'm so used to being on the American shows.
Yeah.
So throw in a little bit of vanilla, but I'd actually go for something more like TFA vanilla. But yeah, really nice simple mix.
Yeah, he's been trying to get this, and he's tried. Flavour companies have sent him juices in and everything, and he's really after this spearmint. And he can't get. He had one years ago that he used to vape all the time, and he just can't get this spearmint flavour. So
yeah, mouth to lung or direct.
I'm not sure. Probably direct to lung. I think he wants to use them in both. To be honest, with you.
I think he might mouth to lung most everything. I believe. Bobo, the Blazing Vape says, is that Bobo or Jesus?
It's a hacker. He looks like a hacker.
Yeah, he hacked Vinny's computer and knocked us off.
Yeah, for direct to lung, I'd say go for the 5% Flavor West Spearmint, natural, 3% Flavor West Candy Cane, and then 0.5% of Super Sweet. Possibly drop in 0.5% to 1% of TFA vanilla.
There you go,
Nick. I think the word you're looking for is sellout. That's basically what he is.
I think he might be after the same thing I'm after, because I got the ordered Flavor West Candy Cane because I want to make Blackpool Rock.
Yeah.
I want to make Blackpool Rock, and that's the next thing I really want to make is Blackpool Rock. And it's like, candy cane!
Here you go, right here, Graham. Get you some VSO spearmint.
No.
Right there it is.
Yeah. No, I'm not joining the cult.
Naturally extracted.
I'm not joining the cult.
How much more could you ask?
You can push it as much as you want. I'm not taking your drugs.
So, Nick Never Ever saying FA Spearmint and Cap Super Sweet done. Jay Jarris saying Cap Cool Mint. More like a mint seaside rock.
Oh, cool. That's the kind of thing I want. I want the holes as well in it. I want the sticky outside, and I want the holes in it. I want to be able to taste those holes.
Put some donut in it. That'll give it the hole.
Well, the thing is, I managed to do the cherry tunes, and I got the stickiness of the cherry tunes of like being in your pocket too long, and I was like, yes.
So there you go, little bro. If you do watch this back, I hope you take that on and try that out. Maybe get that and let us know. We might have to get back on just to see what it turned out like, because I know he's still looking for it. He's been playing around with some spearmint, and it's not as sweet as he wanted it to be. So,
just add a little bit of super sweet if the sweet.
Yeah.
If the sweetness is lacking, just bump up super sweet.
Bear with me a minute. I might have a recipe here for him, you know.
Nick Evans is saying TFA crumpet. That's got holes in it.
Most of my mixes have holes in them.
See, Bill won't know what a crumpet is, will you?
Oh, there is one. No, it needs a little bit of changing. I've done a chocolate mousse, which I'll probably put out next week. I just want to switch one of the creams out, and it uses the VTA chocolate mousse and 1-on-1's milk chocolate, and I've used FA milk with it, and I've used another cream with it, but I want to swap out the cream to give that whipped cream. I'm going to put in instead. So I think that's nearly there. If it's there next week, and I'll be able to tell. It takes a while to steep, but I'll release it next week because
Mick suggests 12%
really dark, really dark, lovely, silky chocolate that you get in restaurants and pay £4.50 for about a little tub about that much.
See, full moon, an English muffin is different than a crumpet, mate.
Yeah.
Well, but either a bready delight or a woman on the side. Yeah.
It's a bready delight that you have with some butter on top. If you've got a phobia about holes, then yeah, don't do that. So have you got? What were you saying? You got a recipe there, Bobo?
I think so, man. Let me put the last flavour in, and then I'll give it a little taste. It is cotton candy at 1%, mint spearmint by Salubarome at 2%, and spearmint by TPA at 1.25. It's just something that I've went, I've got a couple of spearmints and something sweet with the cotton candy. It could be exactly it.
Liam, are you getting the Game Changer?
Yeah, if I can actually save up enough money for it, because from everything I've heard, there sounds like something that is going to be really good
game
for
changer.
mixers. Yeah, definitely a game changer.
Graham's got one order.
I'm now on week 5, so I expect like next week or the week after. He's having a little trouble sending them out, isn't he? Because of the category, he has to send them out.
Why?
To other countries. Tax and everything.
Other countries.
Taxable.
Yeah, but what? Can't you just put it on the parts?
No, he's straight down the line. He's doing it exactly how you should.
Yeah, but it's not going to be. You don't have to use it for e-liquid, do you?
You just sort of declare it as it is. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to get it sent to Bill. And Bill can
all I'm
send
thinking is that you could.
Bill can send it over as a sex toy.
I'm going to get it and I'm going to test it first.
Don't have to pay tax on sex toys.
Yeah.
I'm going to test it first, and then after I test it, I'm going to send it to Graham.
Yeah, so like I say, I don't understand why you can't. You don't have to list it to be an e-liquid.
Well, he's listing what it is as it is because he doesn't want to.
He's a business.
Yeah, no, but you could list. It couldn't list it just as an homogenizer.
Well, that's that's where everything goes through the roof. I don't know exactly. I looked at a couple of things, but if you get sent to England, it's 35 postage and 86 tax.
Yeah.
But I think it's worth it.
Mick saying you should get it by March.
Yeah. Well, the thing is, if I like it, I'm going to order a bigger one.
Yeah, that is very spearminty and it's quite sweet as well.
And it's got a green lid on it, and the whole bottle's disappeared.
Yeah, we can't see it.
No lid.
I'm going to add a little drop of super sweet to that as well, I think.
Stupid sweet. Oh, super
sweet.
Super.
Yeah, Andy's saying that he sends stuff out all over the world as cooking flavours, right? Yep, exactly.
Yeah.
Cooking, because that's what they are, aren't they? If you send them out concentrates and that, it's cooking flavours.
Yeah. If I'm sending out any samples that haven't got any nicotine in, they always go out as food flavours.
Anyway,
that's all they are.
I'll get it sent to Bill, and Bill can send.
When I go to the post office to post stuff out, and they say, "What's this?" I say, "It's hand sanitizer."
Yeah, I post everything out as what do I say it is? I say it's like action figures, just in case there's
anything that I ship here. When the post office says, "Is there anything liquid?" and you say yes, because you have to tell them there's liquid, and then they're like, "What's there?" and I tell them food flavoring. So
I am really, really looking forward to it. I've got all the paraphernalia. I've got the press. I've got the Dremel. I've got the beakers. I've even got the measuring cups to kind of for the certain widths and everything like that. I've ordered new bottles. And it all goes through the company.
Right, I've just added.
If I can remember to put the company name on top, which
Graham,
I keep on forgetting.
The only thing is, there's still this much left. I'll send this with it.
Yeah, send that over to him. Yeah.
Yeah.
So how's that looking then, Bobo?
So I went to add like 0.5% of sweetener in, but the only bottle I've got super sweet in is that. So I ended up putting like 1.9% sweetener in it instead by accident. But that is like the the spearmint chew sweets.
Yeah.
It's that. It is completely and utterly that. I'll get in touch with him and send it out to him and send the recipe over to him as well.
Yeah, send it out because I know, like I say, he's looking for it. So we've got a couple of recipes there for you, Aidan. So hope you watch it back. Just watch the jump back in. Don't think, it's gone funny. Hopefully it'll link back together. So
yeah,
right then,
won't be watching that bit then. By then, he would have already been through the jump.
Yeah. At least it's not in 2 parts this week.
Oh, yeah.
Right, so we'll call it a day today then. Liam, thank you very much for coming on, mate. It's been a pleasure to have you on. We will go around and say us goodbye. So we'll start with Graham.
Okay, thanks, chat. Yeah, been really good chat today with loads of questions and stuff. Remember, Best Sig Liquid. Best Sig Liquid. I'm going to get that right. 4 juices. Go to the front page, go into guest, and $2.99 for 100ml bottles, and use the discount code BCL12 for 12% extra off. Thanks for coming on, Liam. I've been looking forward to meeting you and anybody with the OC. It's either OCD, you've got OCD, you love spreadsheets, or you used to play Dungeons and Dragons. I can't work out which. But wow, that flavor list is absolutely fantastic, and the thing that you're doing for the community by just giving that out for free is fantastic. So I'll pass it on to Bill.
Thank you, Graham. Now that I've got that taste out of my mouth, I can do it. And thank you, Tam. We really appreciate. Liam has decided to sign on with us. He's no longer going to be doing your show, and we appreciate that very much.
Me instead, Tam. We're swapping over.
Yeah, you can have Bill.
Times like that. Shit.
I've been traded. Hopefully you pay better. Vinny's shit. Thank you in chat. Appreciate everybody stopping by. Great questions, and keep those coming and keep the participation coming. And you guys will get better at the thumbs up. It's hard to find sometimes. Liam, appreciate it. Really appreciate you coming on with a wealth of knowledge and, basically being patient with us and, just putting up with some of our questions and things of that nature. Benny, thanks for having me on as always. And I will throw it to Bobo.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Liam. It's been an absolute pleasure you being on the show tonight. It's like I've learned so much from you, man. So thank you very much for that. Chat, who are still here, thank you very much for persevering through the technical issues. Chat, who were here before, thank you very much for being here before. As always, the show keeps on climbing, and it's one of the highlights of my week doing this Wednesday show. And I've just seen how much I actually look like Jesus. Like, it's ridiculous, isn't it?
Jesus.
So, yeah, thank you very much for making it a thing. Thank you to the fellow casters for being fucking boss. Like, yeah. So, and I'm going to pass it over. Who's been? Bill.
Everybody except from Liam now.
Yeah,
so Liam. That's on to you, sir.
Hey, and thank you for having me on, Benny. I've really, really enjoyed this show. Been a great time with some really, really tough questions off Graham. I'm sure if you'd have me back, I'd be more than happy to come on this show whenever.
Yeah, sound
especially with it being a UK show, doesn't conflict with anything for me, so be more than happy to return.
All right.
And if I'm okay to plug,
plug away, mate.
I think Graham has put some of my links up in the chat already for my flavour book on the OGA Google Drive. You can catch my mixes on ELR as Sheila Combs. I'm on Vaping Community as Sheila Combs. You can buy my one-shots from Chef's Flavors as Sheila Combs and also Twisted Imagination. And for anybody watching from North America or that side of the world, you can actually grab my one-shots from DIYFlavorchaser.com in Canada.
Nice.
Lovely. Thank you very much. Right, so thank you very much, chat. You've been absolutely fantastic, and thank you for bearing with us. A lot of you did come back in once we started back up, and I'm sorry about technical difficulty. Fucking Windows doing whatever it wants and then shit all over my computer. Thank you very much to my fellow casters. It's always great to be with you, and also show, like I say, without you, it'd probably go nowhere. It'd be just me talking on my own on a Wednesday night. So thank you very much. Liam, you're more than welcome to come back on. Anytime you want, mate, just shoot us up when you've got a free time. Come back on. We'd always want to talk to you. And like I say, it is a UK-centric show, is this one, except from Bill. But it's just to get people out there. Chat, if you can, go over, check him out. What? Just a second. Go check out his flavour book. Go check out his one-shots. He has told you where you can get them from chefs. And you can go over to OGA at 12 o'clock tonight to watch some furthermore with Tam and the rest of the crew. Do check out Basic Liquids, as Graham has said. Use the BLC12 for 12% off. Thank you very much, Andy, for doing this for us. Much appreciated. You can find us here again next Wednesday at 9 o'clock. And that's it. We'll have something different next week. We've got the spinny wheel. So thank you very much. And we'll see you all next Wednesday, 9 o'clock. Bye-bye.
Yeah, see you all later.
Thanks, everyone. Bye.